Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Vintage Children's Book Vault. I wanted to introduce you to this book set. Um, it's called Book Trails. There are several versions of this, but this one is from 1928, and there are 8 books in the set. It starts out here with For Baby Feet on volumes 1 and 2, and it's got a really neat cover here. It's embossed, and so you can feel the texture of it. Um, but when you go ahead and open it up, it has a lot of nursery rhymes and things that you would get started on reading to your children or enjoying some simpler stories here. But I wanted to show you what is here. A lot of Mother Goose rhymes. There are some recognizable names once you start looking back in stories from the past, like Eugene Field. You start seeing names that come up over and over again. But yeah, so just want to stay on this page a little bit so you can get some time to see what is in here. And then moving on further into the table of contents. Now we're starting to get into some folk tales, some shorter stories, and some you'll recognize and some definitely were new to me. And then even with a set like this, it's what's interesting about going into the past is seeing how that generation may have um, told the story. Either it's much more graphic, or it's darker, or um, it just has some nuance that makes it a little interesting. So uh, we're going further into the table of contents. And now I'll flip through the pages here so you get an idea of text to picture ratio, um, and also just the style of pictures. They do change with the stories, but they are all very, very vivid, and some are downright gorgeous. Really, really good artwork in these. So I'll start flipping through here. And my understanding of sets from this long ago was families might only have access to a very small number of books. And so when they bought a set, they that included so many different stories, and as you'll see, there's from different cultures or folk tales from different parts of the world. It could all be self-contained in this one set. So and so we have really pretty drawings or illustrations here. So this is volume 1. Volume 2 then continues on. It does not have a table of contents in the very beginning, because that's handled in book 1 for volumes 1 and 2. So it goes right immediately into the stories. One thing I wanted to add, when I'm looking back at books from this time, I'm really delighted, or like I'm surprised, but in a good way, how how so many of the stories have really strong female characters. I was not expecting that at all. Uh, so that was really great. And then just also sometimes seeing the different cultures that it talks about from around the world. I wasn't expecting it to handle that um, in such a like a I don't know, broad or welcoming way. It was just like, here's another way people might think in the world from us in the United States, or this is mainly who it's geared at as children in the United States. Um, so I was very delighted with that, or that's a really nice surprised to see. There will be certain things in these books, though, that you may find a little bit troubling. I'm not sure. It's based on your discretion, really. So just use your common sense or change the story. I do notice that stories from the past, there is more graphic storytelling with weapons used and so forth. But anyway, so that is volumes 1 and 2 of the book Trails, and I will introduce you to 3 and 4 in the next video.